welcome now from Italy, Claude Doziere, who is our costume consultant and in charge of fabricating with Angela Avino, the costume fabricator, the Cage era tunics and the Admiral's tunics for the next two episodes. So welcome, Claude. Good to see you as always.
Hi for you and all for friends, Axanar and Star Trek. I'm sorry sometimes I will make mistake with my terrible accent English.
Much better than my terrible accent Italian. Well, good. Listen, people don't necessarily know it. Some people who followed our blog know a little bit about you because we've talked about you and what you're doing, and you've produced some fantastic tunics for us. So let's get back and talk about, because I remember you contacted me way back. I think I have emails from you from like 2014.
Exactly.
When you first contacted me. But I guess it was in 2017 we really started communicating, and you expressed your desire to make the costumes for us. So thank you. And you're a big part of Axanar now. And this whole interview is meant for fans to get to know you. So let's start off, Claude, with what is your experience with Star Trek?
Okay, look, honestly, I am an old fan. Honestly, we are old fans. But in this particular, I am an old fan of Star Trek TOS. Look, I watched Star Trek the first time in the 1972 from Germany, because I am born in Strasbourg, because I am French, but my city is Strasbourg is very close and the German border. And all the weekend with my brother, all the weekends we watched the episode of Star Trek TOS. I was very young, about 9-10 years old. Now, time after time, I participate in different conference and convention of Star Trek in Europe to discuss about stories, books, and the Star Trek universe. And I was interested about the stories, but not only. I have another passion: the dress and the uniform of Star Trek, because Taze, the costume designer of TOS and after TNG, was a fantastic creative man. He take a lot of inspiration about people and make it a costume and dress with beautiful look. If I have time, I can give you some examples. The collar on the turtleneck in the cage and the No Man Is Gone Before is a clear inference of Yves Saint Laurent. And the choice of the concept color you find of the duty tunics, in the first, the gold, blue, beige, and after yellow, gold, blue, red, was fine. This was the primary color of the concept, and really great for the TV color. The woman costume was very sexy, fantastic structure. I don't know if you remember, Alec, in Mounts on the Adonis, the actress Leslie Parrish, if you remember, was a goddess, great. But don't forget the period. We were in the 60s, very strict.
Yes. Very distinct era.
Yes, and the duty tunic was in continue work in progress. This was an interesting point because Taze, time after time, give a better look of the duty tunic. The collar, the cut, the fabric, the famous fabric velour, if you remember, after the washing was so short and was a terrible effect in season 1 and season 2. When you watched the actors, well, was too small, terrible. And this is the reason why Taze in the season 3 use the double knit to encourage this bad effect. Sometimes Alec, actor gain weight, and
Third
you
season
have
Kirk.
Yeah, and Shatner have some problems because he have some problems with kilograms. And Taste, to resolve this problem, create the warp green tunic in season 1, season 2, to give him a better look and to cover the bad effect of the wind.
Yeah, right. Very good.
In the pattern, another point very interesting. The pattern of the woman was in evolution. All the seasons have evolutions. Sometimes I explain that for me, Nurse Chapel was the beta tester of the tunic, because if you watch it, the season 1 pattern of Nurse Chapel had the pattern of the season 2. And the same in the season 2, if you observe the pattern of Nurse Chapel, had the pattern of the season 3.
That's wow. I never realized that until you just mentioned it. Wow, that's fascinating. You're right. Yeah.
And another thing very interesting is that Tays have the capacity, with very cheap fabric and very cheap accessories, create beautiful look and dress. Because you as me, that the production have no money for a lot of money for the production. And this man, with the creativity, the fantasy, create incredible dress. I send you an example by picture. Moschino make a custom, a collection in fall 2018. Now, look the dress of Tays make it in 1967 in Mutt's Woman, season 1. Exactly, with some correction, obviously, Moschino made, but is incredible. 60 years before.
Yes. So tell us your approach to making a tunic then, for the tunics you're making for Axanar.
Okay, about 15 years ago, I started to participate in some Star Trek forums to find collector with original props tunic. After that, I worked with the collector to find the best fabric, the best insignia, cut pattern, some pictures, some information, movies to make the tunic. Because in Italy, I have created a very incredible team some years ago, and this team transformed my reality, my research in reality. These incredible tailors, sometimes with a lot of passion and sometimes a lot of passions, make the tunics. Every tunic, Alec, must be made about 5, 6, 7 times to arrive in all parts to be the best, closer as an original. And this is very interesting, because when we have discovered some, we can say, secrets of some tunics, because when you study the evolution of the tunic or the modification of the tunic, you understand better the reason why Tays make this choice or this one or cancel one. Is very interesting. It's hard to explain, but this is the history of the dress of Star Trek. I have a very kind story, because some years ago, maybe more, one of the moderator of an important forums of Star Trek sent me the personal email of a famous custom designer of Star Trek movies, Robert Fletcher. This old man, was really kind with me, because he give me some suggestions, some helps, and he give me a great compliment. He say to me, "Hey Claude, you know, you have captured the look. He moved me because this was the best compliment after years of work of hard works. People must know that we make the tunic only for fun. We try to give our best only for the love of Star Trek. And we make the tunic for passion, no business. We can't. We don't have the copyright."
Right. No, listen, just like Axanar, right?
Okay, sure. I am here for that.
It's the same exact thing. You know, we did it because we love Star Trek. We're still working on it because we love Star Trek, and we don't want to give up. So, why Prelude to Axanar? What about Prelude to Axanar that got you excited that you wanted to work with us?
Oh, you say before in the first, in November 2015, I contact you. I send you an email after I watched Prelude, and to introduce myself, to my work, and I asked if we could collaborate for the further project. Because when I watched Prelude, I felt something, and I told myself, this team create a fantastic work. I would like to give my little contribution, if it's possible. I cross the finger, and you say yes. Now, just a little story. I have spoken in May 2015 in a convention of Star Trek in Italy with Norman Spinrad.
Oh yeah, writer of the Doomsday Machine.
Yes, exactly. About some books, some Solarians, the Iron Dream. And in the end, we speak about the Doomsday Machine because I remember you have the original script. Look.
It's over there. Where is it?
Yeah.
Somewhere around here.
Look, Alec, this is a really great experience. Now, 2 years after, I think it was in June or in July, in summer, sure, just before you leave of California to go to Georgia. Mm-hmm. We had a speaking meeting with Kate Baird, the costume designer of the project in LA, Angela Avino, our responsible of the tunic production, and me, just to make the roadmap. Angela and me redesigned the duty tunic, woman and man, with some modification, but we keep the inspiration of the cage. Now, I don't know if you remember, I give you this example. We have made about 9-10 collar men just to decide which one. And we do the same of the woman collar, if you remember.
Yeah.
When you came in Italy 5 months after, in February, we discussed about the tunic of Axanar. After the discussion, and after you go back to USA, I have redesigned it with Angela, the jacket of the cage, but for Garth in Axanar with some modification. In the end, we recreate the Admiral tunics of Prelude of Tony Toad's. You remember?
Yes.
But like terrible, because the problem with this tunic was completely destroyed for the washing, and we make it one completely new for Stephen Jepson,
right.
Admirals later. Last time you have make an interview with him for Axicon. in November, and we have made some modification of the tunic of J.J. Headscare, Admiral Travis.
Yep. Yep. Excellent. Well, and it's amazing work. I mean, listen, it's such a pleasure working with you because the quality of the work of you and Angela is just amazing. It really is fantastic. So thank you so much. So tell us about, let's go back to how you work with Angela. I mean, you're doing all the sourcing of the materials, yes? You do.
Look, my work is research of material information, original tunics in all parts with collector, with picture, all information to make it. After I find the best fabric braid with, and I work with the collector to send all my piece of samples just to find the best closer fabric. And when I have all, I take this and I give all to Angela Avino, and she realized with all the pictures, information, pattern, and I follow her in all parts to arrive of a final tunic, woman or man, to arrive to the best closer in all parts. Is not only we make the same mistake of the seams. We try to make exactly this the same as an original. This is a research for the original tunic. We make other things, but when you speak about Star Trek, original Star Trek, this is our goal, to arrive to be the best closer as an original in all parts.
Yeah, and your work is amazing. You send me photos all the time of all the tunics that you make, and every one of them is really, really impressive. So I congratulate, better than any other ones that I've seen having been made. Okay, so what are some of your new tunic projects?
Without the Axanar project, because this is the goal in the future, we have two projects at the moment. We start Nurse Chapel beginning season 2, because it's a different model, and the dress tunic of Commodore Stone on season 1 in Cour Martial.
Yes, very cool. Yeah, and I think you sent me some photos, at least of what you're doing. You haven't finished that one yet, right?
Yes, we have finished one, and now we start the other two because we finish the Warp Green Tunic season 1, because last year we have the season 2, but we finished the season 1 because it was more complicated for the fabric, more complicated to find the best closer. But I find, but I need 2 years to find the best fabric. It's complicated. Now I have the 3 original fabric best closer as an original for the dress: the blue, the red, and the green. Wow. For the dress.
Wow. Okay. So let's just talk Star Trek. Favorite Star Trek. What's your favorite Star Trek series, and what's your favorite Star Trek episode?
Series, but it's normal because for me it's TOS, because this was my first, and for my love for my history is TOS. But honestly, for me, the best pilot, but I don't want to speak about the pilot now, but for me the best episode of TOS for me is, maybe sometimes people can say, The Devil in the Dark.
Well, I think it hits a lot of people's top 10 lists because it's a great episode. It's very Star Trek.
Exactly, because in reality, the ideologic value, the tolerance of all form of life this is the spirit of Star Trek.
Yes.
This is the original Star Trek.
I agree.
The exploration and the what no man has gone before. This is the concept.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I know you were when we were talking about pilots though. I think we're both on the same page that the Cage is the best pilot of all the Star Trek series.
Yes. For me, the Cage is the best pilot.
So, what about who's your favorite character in all Star Trek?
I know you have Cisco.
Well, he's not he's my favorite captain, but
No.
My favorite character.
Captain, I speak about Captain.
Okay, yeah, Captain Cisco. Cisco is my favorite captain. Yes.
Yes, I have Pike, but the version 1964. But for some reason, this captain was for me an anti-hero, more introspective, an avant-garde concept for the period. We were in the Cold War.
Yes.
The 60 period need hero, strong people, and a lot of action. Pike and the Cage was exactly the opposite. The fragility, the doubt, the humanity and the humor was great, but not for the production. The production was not ready for the concept show. The audience was not ready for the concept show. People need simplification. Look, Pike, anti-hero. Number one, a woman. Too much psychology. Not easy. Not sellable in the 19th.
Well, it was much. Yes, they keep saying it was more cerebral than it was real entertainment, and they felt that wasn't appropriate for the American audience. I which is ironic, but it's in many ways it's true. There's an old saying here by a very famous journalist named H.L. Mencken, and his saying was, "No one ever lost money underestimating the intelligence of the American people." So I think that's sad to say, and I think in our current political climate we see that more and more. So that's certainly true. But what do you mean? Explain a little bit about what you mean by anti-hero.
This is the reason why. Because for me, the Cage, with all the limit, is for me the best Star Trek pilot at today. But now, to speak about the concept of the anti-hero. Look, for me, people need simplification about hero. Hero, perfect, clean, strong. In reality, the hero is a normal person.
Yes, of course.
Woman or man, and with all the weaknesses. But people must know how the people feel inside. Look, sometimes, because it is a very interesting point, sometimes I give this example about the concept of the hero. And when Mr. Roosevelt signed the invasion for the D-Day, the 6th June 1944, he knew that this day he would be lost about 10,000 people, injured or died in one day. He started with Churchill all the strategies, but he knew husband, father, brother, son, people will be died or injured. Okay, Roosevelt know that this day will be the end of the Third Reich of Germany, and he will save a lot of people. But he signed. He decided. He know. Look, Alec, it's heavy. Nobody can feel his solitude. His responsibility. For all of life, this man know and will remember the day of the invasion and the sacrifice of these people. Hero for the people, maybe, not for him. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. Now, to return to Garth of Izar, this is interesting because when the Admiral Ramirez say, I know Captain Garth before an explorator is inside a soldier. This is for me the dilemma. The sliding doors decision, this decision can destroy maybe Garth inside. I remember your interview in Prelude, the making of Prelude, when you said the last line of Garth of Izar of TOS, Starship. Garth not remember battles or victories, but the ship, the crew, maybe their exploration. This conflict maybe can destroy Garth and can destroy a lot of people or heroes. Save people or destroy people. It's complex.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. So along those lines, so tell me some of your favorite lines from Star Trek.
It's complicated. There is too much, but I have it. Risk is our business.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The bounce of terror.
Return tomorrow. Because
does that return tomorrow? What?
Return tomorrow.
I thought Risk is our business was from Balance of Terror. No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Return tomorrow, because look, this is the message of hope between people. This is one of message of Roddenberry. No man has gone before. This is the message of original Star Trek again. And look, this is the message of Prelude, I feel. Now, all the characters in Prelude give me something. All are very deeper, but calm is my first. Sorry, Alec. sorry, but I want to explain. Because my culture of martial arts, about 40 years, influenced me. Is normal. Bushido or the book Hagakure of Tsunemoto are some important concepts for me. My sensation is that Karn and Garth are very similar, very close, but in the opposite faction. As Kirk and the Romulan commander in Balance of Terror in Season 1.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. I think the characters are similar. I think that there's just like in World War II that Patton felt a kinship with Rommel.
Exactly.
You know, they were both professional soldiers, which is kind of a weird thing that there should even exist, but that's what they were. So they understood each other, right? So,
exactly. Maybe these two generals can be friends without the war.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was the message of the Romulan commander in Balance of Terror too, right? So yeah, all right. Well, tell us as we close out. Tell us a little bit about the difference, or how Star Trek is in Europe as opposed to in the United States, because obviously it's a big cultural phenomenon in the United States. What is it like in Europe?
It's complicated because I observe that in USA, Star Trek for you American people, Star Trek is sacred. Is don't touch. It's complicated. It's very taboo, and the opinion is extreme sometimes. Sometimes too much extreme. For us, European, we are very surprised about this attitude. It's strange because Star Trek speak about exploration and love. But honestly, I see a lot of hate about Star Trek now, in particular Discovery. Look, Roddenberry tried to build bridge between people, maybe utopist, but honestly, I prefer this dream. Now, the center of the universe, very philosophical concept, is for me, but I think for Roddenberry too, the civilization, the culture, and the people. No hate. Now, with Discovery, this extreme hate is growing. We have a lot of new faction now. Sure, I have some problems with Discovery, with this show. The concept series, the stories, the look, the format. Honestly, I don't like this production at today. I don't know if you agree. I prefer cancel the season 1. I cancel it. I cancel. Yeah. Now we have the season 2. The problem is that go up and down. But I will see the development of it.
Yeah, I think season two is certainly much better than season 1.
Honestly, yes.
They just have certain structural issues.
Yes.
That are
now we will have the season 3, but goodbye, Captain Pike. Goodbye.
Oh, too bad. We all love Kim. He's awesome.
Now we have not only number 1 with the hamburger, 2 minutes, and goodbye. I don't know.
What was up with that? That was just, they made this big deal about Rebecca Ramjan being the number 1, and then that's it. For the whole season, she eats a hamburger.
Yes, incredible. But look, Alec, we have the choice. We can change the channel and stop. Look, Alec, it's the same with the restaurant. If you love it, you love the atmosphere, the sound, the parfum, the food, you return. If you don't like the restaurant, it's okay. You go to another restaurant. But the problem in America, you can find the restaurant. This is a problem. Now, I respect the production and all the people I making Discovery, but honestly, is not the Star Trek I love at the moment.
Right.
But I will see.
Yeah, let's see where it goes. We'll see.
Yes. Now, this is the reason why I want to explain. This is the reason why I want to work with Axanar project and other project, because the concept of exploration, love, the history, correct background, timeline, all information. This is the Star Trek I love. But honestly, I think so many people love Prelude and will love the next episode.
I think so too. Well, we know everyone loves Prelude, so let's go ahead and make some excellent Star Trek to complement it, right? So good. Well, listen, thank you so much for all your hard work on Axanar. We love having you. We love having you part of the team, and your work is great. Everyone will get to see it on the screen when everyone's wearing your costumes. Much
Thanks, Alec, to give us this opportunity.
And send our love to Angela and tell her we appreciate everything she does as well. And we'll look forward to having you back once we have some more things to show people.
Okay.
Because I'm really excited for people to see some of the special things you've done for the next 2 episodes. So it'll be great.
Alec, don't forget that we work together.
Yeah.
You ask me, and we work.
Yes.
It is a team. Is a team. I never forget that.
Yeah, it is great, and it's great. It's a great team effort. So thank you so much. And as always, my friend, across the seas, live long and prosper, and we will talk to you again soon.
Take for you all, and say goodbye for Axanar fans and Star Trek fans. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
To stay up to date with the latest Axanar news, please subscribe to our channel. Click the bell icon to receive notifications whenever new videos are uploaded, and be sure to visit us on the web at axanar.com.